Minho stared at the red alert screen flashing across the bridge of the mining colony, Kepler 442c. The warning signals made his heart race as he counted the approaching ships. 20 hostile vessels dropping out of hyperspace. "They're pirates," whispered Sujin from the navigation console. Her hands shook as she checked their coordinates. "We're completely surrounded." The colony had been peaceful for 3 years. They mined rare crystals from the asteroid belt, sending shipments back to Earth every few months. No weapons, no military presence, just families trying to make a new life among the stars. Do-hyun ran into the command center, breathing hard. "Sir, they're charging weapons. Our shields won't hold for more than 5 minutes." Minho felt the weight of 12,000 lives on his shoulders. The colony held miners, scientists, children, elderly couples who had retired to the quiet outer rim. They had no fighters, no warships, just work vehicles and basic life support. "Can we outrun them?" asked Young-soo, the chief engineer. "Not a chance," Sujin replied. "Those are military-grade engines on those pirate ships. We'd be caught before we cleared the asteroid field." The communication system crackled to life. A rough voice filled the room. "Mining colony, this is Captain Taewon of the Iron Fist Fleet. Surrender now and we'll make this quick. Resist and watch your families burn." Minho's jaw tightened. He'd heard stories about Taewon's crew. They didn't just steal, they destroyed everything they touched, leaving no survivors to identify them. "Sir, what are your orders?" Do-hyun asked. The colony administrator closed his eyes for a moment. There was one option left, but it terrified him more than the pirates outside. "Open a channel to Earth's military frequency, the emergency one." "But, sir," Young-soo protested, "that's the Deathworlder channel. They won't just send help, they send something worse." Minho nodded grimly. Everyone in the colonies knew the stories about Earth's military response teams. They called humans Deathworlders for a reason. Earth was a brutal planet. Storms that could level cities, creatures that had evolved to kill, natural disasters that taught humans to fight or die. "I know," he said quietly, "but it's better than letting these pirates murder our children." Sujin's fingers hesitated over the controls. "Sir, the stories say Earth's military doesn't negotiate. They don't rescue. They remove the problem," Minho finished. "Do it." The message went out into space. "Colony Kepler 442c under attack by pirate fleet. Immediate assistance required. Civilian population at risk." Young-soo checked the long-range sensors. "The pirates are moving into attack formation. 5 minutes until they're in optimal firing position." Minho waited for a response from Earth. Nothing came back. No acknowledgement, no promise of help, no questions about their situation. Just silence. "Maybe they didn't receive it," suggested Do-hyun hopefully. Then a new contact appeared on their sensors. A single ship moving faster than should be possible, heading straight for their system. "That's not a rescue ship," breathed Sujin, reading the energy signatures. "Those power levels, that's a warship." "One ship against 20? Young-soo asked. "They must be insane." But Minho remembered the stories his grandfather told about Earth's military. They didn't send fleets to deal with problems. They sent precision. They sent a message. Captain Taewon's voice boomed through the comm again. "Colony, you have 3 minutes to surrender before we open fire." The approaching ship didn't respond to the pirates. It simply continued its course, closing the distance with mechanical precision. On the pirate flagship, crew members reported the approaching vessel. "Captain, there's one human ship coming our way. Should we be concerned?" Taewon laughed. "One ship? Let them come. We'll add their hull to our collection." But his weapons officer looked worried. "Sir, I'm reading energy signatures that don't match any ship in our database. This isn't a standard human vessel." The tension in the colony's command center was thick enough to cut. Everyone knew what came next. Earth's military had received their call. The response wasn't diplomacy or rescue. It was something else entirely. Minho looked at his team, these people who had become his family over the years. Whatever happened next, at least they had tried. The single human ship continued its approach, silent and purposeful, carrying with it all the reputation that made humans feared across the galaxy. The pirates had no idea what they were about to face. "Brace yourselves," Minho whispered. "The Deathworlders are here." The human ship dropped out of hyperspace with a flash of blue light that lit up the entire asteroid field. Minho and his crew watched in stunned silence as the vessel came into view. It wasn't what anyone expected. The ship was sleek and black, about the size of a large freighter. Compared to the massive pirate warships surrounding them, it looked tiny, like a single shark swimming toward a pack of whales. "That's it?" Do-hyun whispered. "That's Earth's response to 20 pirate ships?" Soo-jin ran her sensors over the newcomer. The numbers made no sense. "Sir, I'm getting impossible readings. This ship's energy output is off the charts, but it's so small." On the pirate flagship, Captain Taewon almost choked on his coffee when his crew reported the arrival. "One human ship?" He laughed. "Just one? These Deathworlders must be getting lazy." His second-in-command, Boram, looked nervous. "Sir, our sensor operator says there's something wrong with the readings." "Wrong how?" Taewon asked, still grinning. "The energy signatures are different. This isn't showing up in our ship database." Taewon waved him off. "Probably just a new model. Humans love their toys. Signal the fleet. We'll swat this fly first, then finish off the colony." Back on Kepler 442c, Young-soo was running diagnostics on their sensor array. "I've checked 3 times. Either our equipment is broken, or that ship is running on something we've never seen before." The human vessel moved with an eerie grace, sliding between asteroids like it was dancing. No wasted motion, no hesitation. It positioned itself between the pirates and the colony with mechanical precision. Minho felt a chill run down his spine. "They're not here to negotiate." Dr. Ye-jin, the colony's physicist, had been quietly studying the readings. Now she looked up, her face pale. "I think I know what that ship is." Everyone turned toward her. "During my years on Mars, I heard rumors about special human military units, ships that aren't in any public registry. They call them problem solvers." "What kind of problems?" asked Soo-jin. "The kind that need to disappear completely." The pirate fleet finished forming their attack formation. 20 warships against 1 human vessel. It should have been a massacre. Taiwan opened a channel to the human ship. "Unknown vessel, you are outnumbered 20 to 1. Withdraw now, or be destroyed." The human ship didn't respond. It simply continued its approach, moving with the confidence of a predator that had never known defeat. Jin Woo, the colony's head of security, had been watching through the observation deck. His grandfather had fought in the border wars against alien raiders. He'd told stories about human military doctrine that made Jin Woo's blood run cold. "They don't send what you need," he said quietly. "They send what's required." "What's the difference?" asked Do-hyun. "We need rescue. They'll give us victory." The human ship was now close enough that they could see details. Its hull was perfect, black metal unmarked except for a single symbol. A stylized reaper holding a star instead of a scythe. Young-soo pulled up the colony's database of Earth military vessels. "That symbol, it's not in any official registry." "Because it's not an official ship," Ye-jin explained. "Earth keeps some things secret, some ships that officially don't exist." Captain Taewon was getting impatient. His crew had finished targeting the human vessel, weapons charged and ready. "Fire a warning shot," he ordered. "Let's see if they're as tough as they think." A plasma bolt streaked toward the human ship, not aimed to hit, just to scare. The black vessel didn't even try to dodge. The plasma bolt struck its shields and simply vanished, absorbed without a trace. The pirate bridge fell silent. "What just happened?" Taewon demanded. His weapons officer was frantically checking his instruments. "Sir, that blast should have at least rattled their shields. Instead, it just disappeared." Back on the colony, Minho was starting to understand why humans were feared throughout the galaxy. This wasn't just advanced technology. This was something beyond current understanding. The human ship finally responded to the pirates' earlier transmission. A calm, almost bored voice came through the speakers. This is the UES Reaper. You have entered protected space. You have 60 seconds to begin withdrawal from this system. Taewan's laughter was forced now. Protected by what? Your one ship. 55 seconds. The countdown had begun. The pirates had 55 seconds to decide whether to fight or run. The colonists held their breath, knowing their fate hung in the balance. The human ship hung in space like a black dagger, patient and deadly. Whatever happened next would be swift and final. 50 seconds. The countdown hit 0. Captain Taewan's face twisted with rage. 20 years of piracy had taught him that fear was just another tool. No single ship, no matter how advanced, could stand against his entire fleet. All ships attack, he roared into the comm. 20 pirate vessels opened fire at once. The space around the human ship filled with plasma bolts, energy beams, and missile trails. It was the largest concentrated attack the pirates had ever launched. Then something impossible happened. The human ship moved, not like a normal vessel changing course, but like liquid mercury flowing through space. The ship twisted and bent between the incoming fire, dodging attacks that should have been undodgeable. What the hell? Boram gasped from the pirate bridge. No ship can move like that. The Reaper wasn't just avoiding the attacks, it was dancing through them. Each movement was perfect, calculated, like the ship knew exactly where every shot would be before it was fired. On Kepler 442c, Minho watched in stunned silence as the human vessel weaved between 20 different weapon streams. This is impossible, Sujin whispered. The G-forces alone should tear that ship apart, but the Reaper kept moving, untouched by the storm of fire around it. Then it began to return fire. A single beam of pure white light shot from the human ship. It struck the nearest pirate vessel dead center. The pirate ship didn't explode. It simply vanished. 1 second it was there, shields blazing, weapons firing. The next second there was empty space. Where did it go? Young Su asked, his voice shaking. Jin Woo was checking the sensors frantically. It's gone. Completely gone. No debris, no energy signature, nothing. Another white beam lanced out from the Reaper. Another pirate ship disappeared. Then another. Captain Taewan stared at his tactical display in horror. 3 of his ships had been completely erased in under 30 seconds. All ships concentrate fire, he screamed. Everything you have. The remaining 17 pirate vessels unleashed their full arsenals. Missiles, plasma cannons, particle beams, everything. They had poured toward the human ship. The Reaper danced through it all. Not a single shot touched its hull. The ship moved with a grace that defied physics, slipping between attacks like a ghost. Sometimes it seemed to be in 3 places at once, confusing the pirate targeting systems. Then the human ship did something that made everyone's blood run cold. It stopped moving entirely. The Reaper hung motionless in space as hundreds of weapons blazed around it. Shots that should have hit just didn't. They curved away at the last second or vanished into space or simply missed by impossible margins. They're not even trying anymore. Do-hyun whispered from the colony. Another white beam struck out, erasing a 4th pirate ship. Then a 5th. The human weapon didn't fire rapidly. It fired methodically like someone crossing items off a shopping list. On the pirate flagship, panic was setting in. Sir, we've lost 5 ships and haven't even scratched them, Boram reported. Taewan's hands were shaking. Impossible. No single ship can do this. A 6th pirate vessel vanished in white light. Then a 7th. The remaining pirates began breaking formation. Some tried to run. Others tried to get closer, hoping to ram the human ship. Nothing worked. The Reaper seemed to anticipate every move. Ships that tried to flee found themselves somehow turned around, directly in the line of fire. Ships that charged found themselves shooting at empty space while white death struck from unexpected angles. Dr. Yejin watched the battle with growing understanding. It's not just one ship, she realized. What do you mean? Asked Minho. Look at the movement patterns, the way it's fighting. That's not a single pilot. That's multiple minds working as one. Or, she paused, looking sick, something worse. The battle had become a massacre. 10 pirate ships were gone, then 12, then 15. The human ship never stopped moving now, flowing through space like liquid destruction. Each movement was perfect, each shot placed exactly where it needed to be. Captain Taiwan watched his fleet disappear one by one. 23 years of commanding pirates, and now he was going to die to a single human ship. "Sir, should we surrender?" Boram asked desperately. The human ship answered before Taiwan could respond. A calm voice came through the comm. "Surrender not accepted. Termination in progress." 17 ships became 16, then 15. The remaining pirates scattered in every direction. But it didn't matter. The Reaper moved like it knew exactly where each ship would go. On the colony, people watched in horrified fascination as the human ship methodically destroyed an entire pirate fleet. They're not just fighting, Jinwoo realized. They're eliminating every trace, making sure no one escapes to tell what happened. The dance of death continued, beautiful and terrible to watch. The human ship moved with perfect efficiency, each action serving its single purpose, the complete destruction of every pirate vessel. Soon only 3 pirate ships remained, then 2, then 1. Captain Taiwan's flagship hung alone in space, surrounded by empty void where his fleet used to be. The white light came for him last. The space around Kepler 442c fell silent. 20 pirate ships had become nothing but fading energy signatures. The asteroid field looked exactly as it had an hour ago, as if nothing had happened. Only the human ship remained, hanging motionless in the void. Min-ho spoke first. Are we safe?" Sujin checked her sensors 3 times before answering. "All hostile contacts eliminated. It's just us and them now." The communication console crackled to life. The same calm voice that had announced the termination spoke again. "Kepler 442c, this is Captain Sung-ho of the UES Reaper. Threat assessment complete, area secured." Min-ho's hands shook as he opened the channel. "Captain, this is Administrator Min-ho. We can't thank you enough. How many ships did you bring?" A pause, then, "Just the one." The colony command center fell completely silent. One ship had destroyed an entire pirate fleet that had terrorized the outer colonies for years. "Captain," Min-ho continued, his voice careful, "may we know how you achieved this?" Another pause. When Captain Sung-ho spoke again, there was something unsettling in his casual tone. "Training exercise. My crew needed practice with the new targeting systems." Dr. Ye-jin's face went pale. "Training exercise?" she whispered. Young-soo pulled up the sensor data from the battle. "Sir, if that was practice, what happens when they're serious?" Captain Sung-ho's voice came through again. "Colony Administrator, are there any injured civilians requiring medical attention?" "No," Min-ho replied. "Your arrival prevented any casualties." "Understood. The area is now clear of hostile forces. You may resume normal operations." Do-hyun leaned forward. "Captain, if I may ask, what type of ship is the Reaper?" The pause was longer this time. "Classified. But since you've seen it in action, I can tell you it's part of Earth's Deep Space Patrol." Jinwoo had been researching during the conversation. "Sir, there's no record of any Deep Space Patrol in the public databases." "There wouldn't be," came the reply. "We handle situations that officially never happened." The implications hit everyone at once. This wasn't just military action. This was something the Earth government kept hidden from everyone. Dr. Ye-jin spoke up. "Captain, the energy readings from your weapons, they don't match anything in our scientific database." "New technology," Captain Sung-ho said simply. "Developed for specific purposes." "What purposes?" Young-soo asked. "Eliminating problems that conventional weapons can't handle." Min-ho felt a chill. "Captain, can you tell us what you mean by problems?" There was what might have been a chuckle. "Pirates were a problem. Now they're not." Sujin ran a detailed scan of the area where the pirate ships had been. The readings made no sense. "Captain, our sensors show no debris, no energy residue, nothing. What happened to those ships? They were efficiently removed. But where did they go? Nowhere. They no longer exist? The finality in his voice made everyone uncomfortable. These weren't weapons that destroyed. They were weapons that eliminated things from existence entirely. Dr. Yejin tried to understand. Captain, the physics of what we witnessed. It shouldn't be possible with our current understanding of science. Your understanding is based on public knowledge. Earth keeps certain discoveries restricted. For how long? She asked. Long enough. Minho decided to change the subject. Captain, is there anything we can do to repay you? Our colony has mining rights, rare minerals. Unnecessary, Captain Shung Ho replied. We were in the area. You were in the area? Do-hyun asked. This system is in the middle of nowhere. Everywhere is somewhere to us. The cryptic answer left more questions than it answered. The Reaper had appeared within minutes of their distress call. Either they had been incredibly lucky, or... Captain, Jin-woo asked carefully, how many ships like the Reaper does Earth have? Another pause. Enough. Young-soo was still analyzing the battle data. Sir, the way your ship moved during the fight, it violated several laws of physics, as we understand them. Physics is flexible when you understand it properly. Dr. Ye-jin leaned forward. Captain, are you saying that Earth has technology that transcends our current scientific framework? I'm saying that necessity breeds innovation. Humans have always been good at finding new ways to solve problems. Minho remembered stories from the old days, when Earth had first made contact with alien species. Many had underestimated humans, calling them Deathworlders as an insult. Looking at the empty space where 20 pirate ships used to be, he understood why that insult had become a badge of honor. Captain, he said, the galaxy tells stories about why humans are called Deathworlders. After today, I think they'll tell new stories. This time, they definitely heard a chuckle. Let them tell their stories. It keeps the peace. The Reaper began to move, preparing to leave. But Captain Seung-ho had one more message. Colony Administrator, if you're ever in trouble again, don't hesitate to call. Earth looks after its own. As the black ship prepared to jump to hyperspace, Minho realized the true message. This wasn't just about the pirates, it was a demonstration, a reminder that Earth's children, no matter how far from home, were never truly alone. The human ship vanished in a flash of light, leaving behind only empty space and 1,000 questions. And, somewhere in the colonies, word would spread about what happened to Captain Taewon's fleet. Pirates would hear the story and think twice before attacking human colonies. That, Minho realized, had been the real purpose all along. 3 days had passed since the pirate attack. Life on Kepler 442c was slowly returning to normal, but the colonists couldn't stop talking about what they'd witnessed. Minho called an emergency council meeting. Representatives from every sector of the colony gathered in the main conference room. I know everyone has questions, Minho began. I've been in contact with Earth Command, trying to understand what happened to us. Dr. Yejin raised her hand. Did they tell you anything about that ship, the Reaper? More than I expected, Minho replied. Apparently, Earth has been developing new military technologies in secret. That ship wasn't even using full power. Young-soo nearly dropped his coffee. Not full power? It erased 20 ships? According to Earth Command, the Reaper was testing new weapon systems. The pirate attack gave them an opportunity to conduct live trials. An uncomfortable silence filled the room. They'd been saved by an experiment. Soo-jin spoke up. Sir, what's our status now? Are we still under Earth's protection? That's what I want to discuss, Minho said. Earth has offered to establish a permanent patrol station in our system. Jin-woo leaned forward. What's the catch? No catch. They want to protect their colonies better. The outer rim has been getting more dangerous. Dr. Yejin frowned. But why here? We're not that important. I think, Minho said carefully, we're more important than we knew. He activated the wall display. A star map appeared, showing trade routes and jump points. Our system is perfectly positioned. Any ship coming from the outer rim toward Earth has to pass near us. We're like a checkpoint. Young-soo studied the map. So Earth wants to turn us into a military base? Not exactly. They want to build a small monitoring station, maybe 30 people, but they're offering something in return. What? Several voices asked at once. Minho smiled for the first time since the attack. Full membership in the Earth Colonial Alliance, direct trade routes, access to advanced technology, medical facilities, educational exchanges. The room erupted in excited chatter. Full ECA membership was a dream for outer colony worlds. It meant resources, protection, and opportunities that most colonies could only dream of. There's more, Minho continued. They're offering to share some of their defensive technology, not the weapons we saw, but shield systems and sensors that could protect us from future attacks. Dr. Yejin looked skeptical. And what do they want from us in return? Mining rights to the rare crystal deposits we've found, but not exclusive rights. We keep 60% of the profits. Bora, the colony's trade representative, whistled. That's an incredibly generous offer. Most corporations would demand 80%. Earth isn't a corporation, Minho replied. They're thinking long-term. Happy colonies make better allies. The discussion continued for hours. Some colonists worried about losing their independence. Others saw the benefits of closer ties with Earth. Jin Wu raised a practical concern. What about the families? Not everyone wants to live on a military world. The station would be separate from the main colony. Optional integration. Families could choose their level of involvement. Youngsu had been quiet, thinking. Sir, what about other alien species? How will they react to Earth expanding? Military presence, Minho sighed. That's complicated. Earth Command wouldn't give me details, but they mentioned that other races are nervous about human military expansion. Nervous about us becoming too powerful? Sujin asked. Nervous about us becoming too protective of our own? Dr. Yejin nodded, slowly. The galaxy has always been harsh. Species fight and conquer each other. But humans are different. We don't just conquer, we adopt. We make allies out of enemies. Is that why they call us Deathworlders? Bora asked. Partly, Jin Wu replied. Earth is one of the most dangerous planets in the galaxy, but humans don't just survive. We thrive. We turn challenges into advantages. Minho called for a vote. All in favor of accepting Earth's offer? The vote was unanimous. A week later, the UES Reaper returned. Captain Sung Ho requested permission to dock. Minho met him at the docking bay. The captain was younger than expected, with dark hair and intelligent eyes that seemed to take in everything. Administrator Minho, Captain Seung Ho said with a slight bow. I brought your new equipment, and some guests who want to meet you. 3 people emerged from the ship. 2 were in Earth military uniforms. The 3rd wore civilian clothes. This is Commander Hae-jin, our engineering specialist, Captain Seung Ho introduced. Lieutenant Dong Min, communications, and Dr. Insu, our cultural liaison. Dr. Insu stepped forward. Administrator, I understand you've agreed to our partnership proposal. We have, Minho replied. Our people are excited about the future. Excellent. We've brought something to show you. They traveled to the colony's main observation deck. Dr. Insu activated a portable display. The screen showed several star systems, connected by lines. These are other colonies that have accepted partnership with Earth, she explained. They're all thriving. And this, Captain Seung Ho added, is our new patrol route. The display showed ships moving between systems, protecting trade routes and colonies. You're building a network, Minho realized. We're building a family, Dr. Insu corrected. Humans have always worked best when we work together. Commander Hae-jin pointed to a construction schedule. Your monitoring station will be operational. In 6 months, meanwhile, we'll have regular patrols. What about the pirates? Youngsu asked. Will they try again? Captain Seung Ho smiled coldly. Word travels fast in the outer rim. Most pirates have decided to find new hunting grounds. And if they don't? Jin Wu asked. Then they'll learn the same lesson, Captain. Taewon learned. The meeting continued with technical discussions, schedules, and integration plans. But Minho's mind drifted to something larger. Earth wasn't just expanding its military presence. It was creating a network of colonies united by mutual benefit and protection. It was a new kind of empire, one built on alliance rather than conquest. Later, that evening, Minho stood on his balcony looking up at the stars. Sujin joined him. "Scared?" she asked. "Excited," he replied. "When I was young, I dreamed of the stars. I never imagined humans would claim them like this." "Like what?" "Carefully, deliberately, not by force but by making ourselves indispensable." Sujin nodded. "The galaxy fears our military, but that's not what makes us dangerous." "No," Minho agreed. "What makes us dangerous is that we turn enemies into allies, strangers into family. That's the real human superpower." As if summoned by his words, another ship appeared in the night sky. Another human vessel, carrying supplies and specialists to help their colony grow. The age of human expansion wasn't beginning with conquest. It was beginning with protection, trade, and cooperation, and somehow that was far more terrifying to the galaxy's other powers than any weapon could be.